Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of EU4, or realistically, Daniel gets the entire world at war again. Last episode, we ended up piecing out with Morocco. We took some land, really just this area to make it cleaner. You can leave the AI with one province in an awkward position, but I didn't want the border go. It's still not exactly beautiful, but baby steps, right? Ottomans last episode also are just getting beaten up. They're going to continue to get beaten up, I suspect, for the next couple of episodes at least. We're not beating them up, everybody else is. So isn't that fun? However, everybody going in on the Ottomans means we had the opportunity to go after Spain without dragging in their ally and our ally, Portugal. Because Portugal didn't defend, they are no longer allied to Spain. We are going to have to watch that later, because if Spain declares war on Portugal, I mean, we want to get involved and wreck Spain as much as we can. So that gives us another opportunity in the future as well. As for this episode, really, we just have to try and work out where the battle lines are going to be. We are going to lose that one random ship. Didn't even know it was there. We got 2 ships, I guess, off the Knights, which is fine. Colombia's declared war on Carib. We don't really care about that. That's fine. And yes, so we're going to sit our main navy here in the Gulf of Almeria. I think it'll be pretty safe. We have good diplo tech. Our ships are up to date. I'm not that worried. Scilly is probably the first one province miner we're going to try and kick out of the war, so our Greek stack is going to go over there. There's a lot of nations in central Germany that are in on this war against us, but I'm hoping that Poland and Bohemia will just kind of tidy that up for us. And then down here, yeah, Bohemia still has black flag troops, which is inconvenient, but Poland's stack for some reason isn't. Nothing's consistent. Let's get our own black flag stack back up so we can come over here as well. And did anybody ask the Ottomans for open borders yet? Yes, they did. I told you that's exactly what was going to happen. So we're going to start having our mercenary stack come over. And when our big transport fleet's already here, that was quick. We're going to get those guys attached. And we're going to have them sail over so we can start sieging out the war goal. I'm hoping... Well, I say this loosely. I'm hoping it won't be too much drama, but we know there's going to be a lot of drama. Oh, we have Somalia on the map. Neat. I like their flag. I know it's really simple, but I just like the kind of baby blue colour. Our trade fleets just happened to run into the fleet of the Knights. That's fine. The Mamluks did break their alliance with us. We saw that was going to happen last episode. Guess how much I don't care about that. It's a lot. A lot of don't care. Big Swiss stack. Alright. Not too bad. We don't need to have both of these stacks protecting this province right now. Who's better at sieging? They're both pretty bad at sieging. Okay. One stack, though, is going to go and try and follow where that Swiss stack is going. Because if we can take it out, that'd be nice. Be nice to get it before anybody else gets involved. And we can't move over to Quercy. Not yet. Alright. You're going to sit in that mountain for now then, so I can watch where Switzerland goes. There's some Polish troops. You should really be trying to de-siege Bohemia, but I guess we'll have to deal with that afterwards. AI is not good at these things. Our stack is finally in Napoli. Let's get them sieging out Avellino. There's going to be a lot of attrition here, but we want to get that sieged out as quickly as we can. And we have 4 pips of siege on that leader. Can't knock that. Wow, that was a quick siege. Dara's already gone. It was only a level 2 fort, but that was very, very quick. Our mercenaries couldn't even get here yet. We'll just have them move over into Spanish terrain nice and slowly. Nothing out of the unusual on the eastern front. Whoa! That's a That's a stack. 231,000. Okay, so we're going to order a breach immediately because we need this to be done yesterday. So let's get all of our stacks in there. I'm hoping we can get this siege completed before they attack, because it might not be the case. That is so many troops. On the flip side, they're going to attrition horrendously. So at least there's that. But we are also going to have to attrition horrendously. Here they come. We're probably going to have to run away. Unless we get unbelievably lucky. They just have too many infantry for us to demand a charge. Can we get out of there? We can't. Okay. Well, that's going to suck, because we're going to get the penalty. But all it means is that we'll kind of politely wait in our territory temporarily until this gets sieged, and then we'll use all our stacks together, I guess. I didn't think they would combine quite as aggressively as that. It makes sense for them to do it, but again, the AI doesn't make good decisions a lot of the time. What are their combat stats like? Virtually identical to ours, as it happens. You're not going to join that. You're going to run away before you even get involved. When can we run away? The 16th. 4, 5, 6. We're clearly going to lose, and we're going to lose more men than them, so we're going to run away. We really didn't lose. We lost about the same number of troops, which is really strange. We're just going to combine over there together. Silly should be almost completed. Yeah, its siege is almost done. We could become Defender of the Faith if we really wanted to, for some even better combat stats. The only problem is, with becoming Defender of the Faith, there's a lot of nations that are Protestant. But the one that really causes the biggest issue would be Denmark, because Denmark would get declared on by Russia, I'm pretty sure, at any time, and then I'd have to defend them against Russia, and I don't want to do that for many, many different reasons. That would be very bad. So yeah, we're not going to do that. On the flip side, we know 200,000 troops are up here, so they're not defending their coastline down south really at all. And we can probably move over here and block the Strait of Gibraltar so that we can cross it. Okay, there's the Siege of Scilly done. Thought it wasn't going to take very long. 4 stacks between them are about, what? About 110,000. Be about 140 once our siege in the south of Italy is done. Yeah, we're not going to be that hopelessly outnumbered, especially once we get these 70,000 troops. Realistically, we just want to get this done ASAP because we don't have a huge amount in the way of colonies that are going to be that helpful. Whereas Spain kind of have a bit more all over the place and they'll be a little annoying to deal with. 13 colonies, though, having said that, do have 43,000 troops. They just don't have anywhere near enough ships to make use of that. Newfoundland has a few more, but they haven't moved any of them. So I guess they're just sitting in place politely. Not great for me, but let's be real, if this was the other way around, I would be hoping my colony's doing the exact same thing. So I can't get too upset. There's the stack. I wonder if I can catch them. I don't really... Having the fort in Auvergne, or Avignon, sorry, is kind of inconvenient because it's just grassland, so they don't get a penalty if we attack them on it. Having said that, there's a hill over there, and Poland is sieging out Switzerland. Well, it's trying to, anyway. We have options. We're going to generally just move our stack in this direction to see what they do. Yeah, they're sieging Auvergne, which... or Avignon. Why do I keep saying Auvergne? It's Avignon. I know they both begin with A, but that's about the only similarity they've got. We're going to start crossing into Spain, then. That should force them to pull some troops back. I'm going to go down here instead, because if they attack me on this... They can't attack me on this hill yet, but if they did, I would get a bonus, and they'd get a penalty. I also have more supply down there, so I'll attrition less. How many ships does Spain have? 76. So that's 26 of them. That's their trading fleet. I don't really want to bring my transports out undefended. Having said that, I can use my transports here to run this stack over much more quickly. So that's probably still worth doing. Yeah, Bohemia should now start besieging their own territory, hopefully. Yeah, we have 116,000 troops. And we would attack them just before the month ends, so that's what we should do. They're locked, so they're going to have to turn back if they want to help. I should be able to bop this stack. Oh, manufacturers came out. So, where did they spawn? That's not particularly convenient location, given how far away it is. The manufacturers, we go in, show institution, it just grants you more goods produced, which is just more money, effectively. But because we have such a large number of manufacturers, we should get manufacturers pretty quickly. It would have been nice if it had spawned anywhere near us, but that's just not we've not been privy to such nice things. But just as an example, if I look at Ferrara here, because it's a high development location, we're going to gain manufacturers here at 4.26% per month. So we're going to get it pretty quickly. And we're not going to be getting a new tech by the time this war ends. Look at the penalty, it's just not happening. Anyway, let's pop this Swiss stack. Thank you for loads of cores. Yep, that is a stack wipe. And we got a Hardy Warrior trait, which just means less attrition. Pretty good. Durazzo, we are going to convert. It's slightly easier to convert Orthodox provinces than Sunni. They only have half as much of a half as much of a resistance penalty, I guess, is the easiest way of explaining it. I wonder if I can catch some of the opposing folks over here. I don't think so. So as painful as it's going to be, I'm going to take my whole stack over to try and siege out Auvergne. Done. That's fantastic. So 23rd of January. We're going to come over here, get this stack together. I know we're going to have to start sieging everything out in the end, but first thing we need to do is just beat down this gigantic army that's all in one place. And Bohemia is getting... He's in struggles. I think that's the polite way of putting it. They're having a hard time. I almost wonder if it's worth taking our stack over to go and help with that. I don't think it is yet. We'll help them afterwards. Let's run our transport stack over there, because they'll run over probably 4 times, maybe 5 times faster than they ever could on foot. I guess we can convert another province too. What else do we want to convert? Pretty expensive, but we should probably start doing it. Okay. Only downside, really, to taking your troops over by via the sea rather than the land is you do get attrition slightly. But we have quite a lot of manpower, so the speed is definitely worth it. We want to shoot down the walls again, speed up the siege enormously. You have 4 pips of siege. Nobody else here. Somebody has a 3 stack. Yeah, this attrition is going to be horrendous, but we need to get this done. To the point where I'm almost tempted to rush it, but it's still not a good idea. Yeah, we're going to attrition horrendously here, but we need to get that siege done. We have to come back and defend Bohemia a bit, because otherwise they'll get pieced out straight away, and that would be not very good, because they'll then probably break our alliance. The Ottomans are saying they are the state. They are the state in disarray. Look at it. It's very pretty, but it's pretty bad for them. What can happen, though, and I'm curious if it'll happen here. So when multiple AIs declare on another nation, because they can't get 100% war score, and some of them can't even get their war gold, depending on what they've made the claim to be on, sometimes they'll just have like a Mexican standoff and just not do anything for a long period of time. We'll see what happens. We'll watch over there occasionally and see what changes go on. As for right now, though, this siege needs to end, like, yesterday, because it's blocking all of our movement. Once it is done, we'll be able to move through here pretty quickly, but we can't do it yet. We're also getting siege, attrition pretty badly down in the south of Spain, but once this province of Malaga gets siege, we'll have the ability to split up a little bit. We just have to pay attention, because most of the terrain in Spain, especially northeastern Spain, there's a lot of mountains and hills, and we don't want to get caught on that as the attacker. Big old penalty if you do. There's a big stack of the Swiss. Yeah, what I'm thinking then is that after we get this province sieged, we'll go east, try and take out this Swiss stack on the way towards helping Bohemia. Having said that, Bohemia seems to be doing okay again now. Yeah, Poland's helping defend them. We'll still want to deal with this, though. And then we can go back and try and smack Spain around in Spain proper. Russian troops have made it all the way down to Egypt. Now we've still got some British troops that are black flagged over here. It would be very helpful if they would move, because right now they are doing pretty much nothing. Speaking of doing nothing, two of my diplomats are just sitting on their bums, so I guess we can just have one of them help out, relationship with our allies. Other one can stay in place. We might need it, so better to keep it, and just as a precaution, just in case we need it on the fly. They're going to start trying to carpet siege that area out, which is very rude of them. It's really just more rude because if it was in prosperity, it won't be now. Private contractors, a bit of corruption is better than losing army professionalism right now. We still can't order a run on that. It's just not worth it. Ooh, offense or defense. We're going to lose the stability either way. That's unfortunate. Do we want the ability to siege quicker or the ability to have better fort defense? Almost always you would go for offense as the best option. In this case, though, I'm tempted to go for the defensive one just to slow everybody else down and have them attrition. That's what we're going to do. Malaga, you have finally been sieged out. Those ships will now come out and we should be able to wreck them. Get one stack over to Toledo. The other stack probably can't get to... Oh, it can. It can get to Madrid via the world's most enormous route, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, here they come. So their trade fleet we are going to smack very thoroughly. And we took out the whole lot. Beautiful. We don't want to leave damaged ships there, though. So the 77 remaining healthy ships will stay. The 15 damaged ones are going to go to... Actually, I don't even have to, do I? This is... I'm pretty sure. And again, this is what happens when you don't play a game for a while. Yeah, we have the trait where you can heal in coastline. They should be perfectly fine restoring where they are. Okay, we can leave them in place. Sweet. Not so sweet is that seemingly all of Switzerland and Germany is down on in and around the Venetian area, which isn't so good. Anyway, we'll be dealing with them afterwards. The knights, oh, they have one ship. Good night, knights. Looks like the UK is finally starting to move some of their troops around. Took them long enough. Can this siege be done now? Okay, it is. So, this is done. We just want to run down, take that stack out, and then we're going to run back and try and take this out. I don't want this siege to complete, because if it fails, then all of these will de-siege. Valencia's already been completed. We still have to take the world's dumbest route, though. That's a mountain. That's a hill. I guess we'll go and deal with the mountain siege while I don't see any other Spanish troops. And Spain did not complete the siege of our vassal. And it's a stack wipe. Now, because they all have generals with different maneuver abilities, they will slowly start to spread out as they walk over, which will reduce our attrition. So I'm fine with that. I just have to keep that in mind so we don't attack with just half of Or even shorter than half of a stack by accident. They might get Zagreb or Zagrabia before I get over there. That would be fine. It's not that hard a siege. They're trying to de-siege Scilly, but it's a level 7 fort, so that's going to take them a long time. They're running away, is what's happening here. That's a mountain. I really don't want to attack them there. Let's see what they do. If they're all just going to sit there, I will, because nobody's coming to defend them. I am going to get attrition again here, but so are they. That's fine. Don't really care about that too much. Okay, we are going to attack them then. Yes, we'll get the penalty, but our number advantage is just gigantic. Having said that, because you're on a mountain, there's only so much combat width you can have. So it's not as big of an advantage as you would hope. We'll also have a -3 penalty because we crossed the river. We'll still be fine. And it was a stat wipe. Just sheer numbers won the day there. Now we want to go de-siege. The attempt de-sieging Scilly. We want to stop that from happening. Otherwise we'll get into Scilly season. Where did my... Oh, why what are you doing? Come over here. One of my stacks is just like, no, I'm going to take the world's dumbest route. I'm sure I clicked that, but oh dear. There's only 12,000 on that now. We can bop that without having to wait for the other stacks. Beautiful. We might not be able to get here in time. But we should still try to. Oh, we did. They didn't get to do their tick. Toledo's completed. Let's go for their capital. Where are the other Spanish troops? They have 82,000 troops, and I have no idea where they are. I have no idea. I mean, they've got to be somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Is that a stat wipe? It might not be. No, it's not. That took too long to take out. My vassal... You have 6,000 troops. I'm going to ask for you. I don't want... So... I know there's a siege option, so they can, you can tell your vassal to go siege the opponent. I don't want them to do that. I want them to de-siege what we have, but I'm not sure they have an option in there. If I pick defensive, maybe that'll make them do it. I don't want them to be passive. I think that's the choice. So they need to get back into their territory, which they should be able to do now. And at that point, they should then start de-sieging my area. That's the hope. We're going to have to go and siege out France. But I'm not that worried about it right now. This is not France in the traditional sense. Original France got completely wiped, and then just one of its smaller French nations ended up becoming France. Because you can only become France if France isn't in the game. So it's not France in the traditional sense. Okay, let's go down and try and smack the French troops around a little bit. Try and stop the siege of Corfu as well. Again, we'll naturally spread out a little bit, which should reduce our attrition slightly. Oh, 1,000 Spanish troops got ripped. That's fine. How is the colony battle going? Not great. I didn't realize that British Louisiana is even here. So what's happening here is Britain's got a really small vassal. Or colony, I guess. And the other colonies aren't coming to help them in any way, shape, or form. Even though if they did, this would be super easy to deal with, but colony AI is also pretty strange. I still don't see any big stacks. I see Spain's trying to reinforce, but if they're reinforcing in small 1,000 blobs, then we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so far this is looking okay. Looking expensive. I mean, look at our manpower, but if it's just sitting there doing nothing, that's no help to anybody. Siege of Madrid is done. There's 43 ships, so that's their heavy and transport fleet. I don't want to move my stack, though, because like I said, I don't want the Spanish colonies to get in here and just be a pain. So we're just going to wait. There is a Provençal, Provence stack. Not worried too much about that one. These guys should be collected up enough at this point to be able to go in on Corfu. We are going to get a... Oh, no, we're not going to get a penalty. We could have got a penalty because we're technically crossing, but our maneuver is too good for them, I guess. And that is a stack white. Okay, awesome. So we want to start heading back to Treviso. Are we going to have to go bail out Bohemia? No, Poland should be coming over there. I don't think so. Portugal paid France's debt off, which is very, very nice of them. Rip my vassal's very small stack. They're trying. Not doing very well, but they're trying. We can't go and deal with this yet because of the fact that Navarra and Rosellon? I don't know how to pronounce anything. They will prohibit our movement. And this Bohemian stack is just content to sit there, I guess. Oh, there they go. They did piece Bohemia out. They did annul treaties with us, which is what we didn't really want to see. I'm not hugely surprised by that happening because they were just rubbish throughout the entirety of our event. But it's mildly annoying. Could be a lot worse. We could also start piecing some nations out, potentially. Now, some of them can't because of the coalition, so part of the reason why seemingly half of Germany got involved in this is because the coalition fired when I declared on Spain, because Spain was also part of the coalition. Some nations are not in the coalition, though. So France, if we end up, sieging them out, we can piece France out separately. We can piece the Knights out separately, although they are a non-factor. Beyond that, though, there's not really anybody else we can piece out independently. And that's partly why coalitions are so dangerous. If you can't start ragging on the main war target, for lack of a better term, then they'll never peace out. However, Spain wants to peace out already. We're not going to do it yet. But they have war low enthusiasm. Ours is still distinctly high. Everybody else left in this war, now that Bohemia's gone, has high war enthusiasm. And if Poland could, do something, it would be very, very helpful. They're just being very, very slow and not particularly helpful so far in this war. They've been sieging out that location in Switzerland the entire time, but I can't piece them out independently, so it's pretty much a waste of time. Speaking of waste of time, people trying to siege provinces outside of Venice. That is a stat wipe. Poland has that covered. At least I don't have to worry about defending Bohemia right now. The only thing that I will have to be wary of, though, is Bohemia's alliance net for the time being. So Bohemia is allied to Russia still. So I highly doubt the neighbours are going to declare on it. Having said that, Russia will like us less because we don't have a mutual ally now. We have to keep an eye on it. We don't want Russia's alliance to break. Not that we're worried about them attacking us, but we are worried they'll attack Poland and that'll drag us in. And we don't want that. Also, I thought I'd move this stack, but apparently I didn't. Go me. So, where do we want to go next? That's an annoying 37k stack down there. We're going to split up. So, now that the big boy stack is gone, we can move things around a little bit. The smallest stack we have is with Mateo Duda. So we're going to have the 20k stack of just no leader. Go down there and beat them up. So that's where that 52k stack is going. As for everybody else, they are going to come over here and deal with the fact they're trying to siege out Auvergne again. And then we're going to start sieging out France. That's the plan. And we have manufactories in Rome already. So converting to manufactories is going to be very, very quick. Expensive, but quick. They're starting to run away too because they see that I'm coming. And Yes, our vassal is doing what I asked it to do. It's starting to de-siege things that have been sieged out. Once that has been completed, I'm going to ask them to start going on to siege mode. So they should start sieging down here for me, is the plan. Speaking of plan, that plan siege is now completed, so we'll have our mercenary stack go over to Navarra. Our ludicrous amount of attrition should start settling down now too. Our siege there has happened too, so let's get over to Rosalon. We want to sit in Armagnac before we attack that stack. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Just to make sure we're all together, because again, some of our units are moving a lot faster than the others. Especially this stack. This guy has no maneuver. He's got 6 fire, but 0 maneuvers. His troops move incredibly slowly. Having said that, I'd rather attack them before we get another tick of attrition, so we'll do that. Get involved. Poland sieging out Bavaria, that's fine. Our stack is now here, so it can move across. Oh, we lost the general. Which one? Is that Mr. Slowpoke? Nope, Mr. Slowpoke is still there. I don't know who we lost, but we are going to recruit a new one. Let's get a replacement. Is he any good? He's average. 3-4-1-2 is okay. Not lightning. Other stats are average. Battle of Bern is complete. That was not a stack wipe. We might well have to pursue. I don't know where they're going to go, though. Oh, Britain's sieging France out for me. That's helpful. That means I can change plans slightly. So where do I want to go instead? I think we're still going to go into French territory and try and work out where they're going. We might siege out Provence instead. Okay, they're coming over here. Which means I can't reach them. Okay. Helping hand! We don't need to do that. I'm not spending money for the sake of spending money. Don't need to do it. This battle's taking a lot longer than I thought. We're winning, obviously. Lüneburg, tell us of flint, glass, and lead crystal. They now make some glass. They get a mill for free, some base production, but the price of put your teeth in. The price of glass now has gone through the floor because it can be mass made. Not that important to us, but it's still worth noting. Also, Strasbourg, that stack's going to get wiped. I do not want that there. We also don't want to get an enormous amount of attrition, so let's do that. I don't know which stack lost their general. No idea. Oh, it's here. It's this one. Well, we can't do anything about that right now, so we're just going to have to wait. Not that I think they've got a stack that's ready to deal with me, so we'll just watch cautiously. They have enough troops here now to take me out, but arsenals are being deserted. Rude. Do I want any French territory right now? I'll possibly feed some to my vassal. My concern is that Britain might claim everything in France. They shouldn't, but they might. But yes, my vassal does have cores in a few places. So rather than sit here, I'm going to start just covering those to make sure Britain doesn't. Okay, split in half. Go there. Not going to split into quarters. I think it's a bit too dangerous. Oh my. Urbanization. Spend 1,000 ducats to get, what, 6 base tax, effectively? Yeah, we'll do that. Denmark tells us of the beta, so the price of paper has also fallen off a cliff now as well. As these luxury goods become more and more easy to make, yeah. They start to really, really fall off in value. Absenteeism, so if we just fine them for not showing up to Parliament, We make some money, but we have to bribe a couple of seats again. Or you just lose 10 prestige, and we're just going to do that. This stack can move now. Where do you want to go, 50k stack? You probably want to go... I'm going to have you go for the long wander over to Provence over there. Beautiful. That is covered. So we'll have... Oh, Andrew's siege is already done too, though. That's not the next thing I was expecting to see. Brittany's not in on this. Let's go to Provence on this side. Yes, this stack's going to go to Quercy. This one is going to go over to Limousin? I don't know. Something like that. I guess we can use our transport stack to help with this siege, because we're clearly quite safe. And although transports do not provide great blockade efficiency, I mean, they provide better than not having blockade efficiency, right? They also are besieging Toledo. If we can hurry up and get Navarra sieged out, we can start running all of our stacks through. And that will be the next plan. Get the two moved over here ready to do that. Yeah, because we'd rather not have to go back and siege out Spanish territory again. That 19k stack, maybe we'll change plan with our 52,000 stack. Again, I know it's going to be attacking in a mountain, but we outnumber them so aggressively, it's probably still worth doing. Combine those two stacks back together. Oh, we can go through already. No, I guess we should do that. Ports are very inconsistent in this game. I know we have the slight number disadvantage, but theoretically, Britain should come back and help us when they see it. Oh, we just took that fight out. That's a mountain. I really don't want to sit in the mountain. That's already sieged. Guess we can go into Bavarian territory then. Yeah, we are outnumbered, but we have better stats. There's the Siege of Navarra done as well, so we can move them this way just in case. Yeah, we have better war stats, we have a better general. This should still be fine. Yeah, they now have less troops than we do, because we're slicing through them like butter. We lost, what, 6,000 troops? They lose 21,000. So I think we're going to be okay. I don't know where they're going to flee to. If I was to take a guess, they might just flee over here. Let's see if we can catch them and wipe them. Our vassal can now go on the sieging offense, because most of our territory is de-sieged. There's only one province that isn't. And we might as well have them do something with their 5,000 troops. I still don't know where they're fleeing to. They're going here because I can't reach them. Okay, that's fine then. We're just going to siege this out and wait. Yeah, that's exactly where they went. That's fine. They're running out of places to hide. Oh, wow. So because our leader is an embezzler, because this monopoly company was full, we can just get Diplo points and more trade efficiency, which is always great. Or we can get some money, or we can get even more money. I'm going to take it. We're technically losing money at the moment, which is crazy, but we're losing money because well, we're at war, we're reinforcing constantly, and we're significantly over our naval force limit. But I don't want to change that because we need to keep the sea protected. The only way this war could really go wrong at this point is if, like, the Spanish vassals came in here and just started messing things up on the inside for us. Otherwise, I think we're okay. Helps that Britain's finally doing things to help us. Because I think if we hadn't bribed Poland in and spent that extra effort, this could have gone peak tong really, really quickly. I also didn't realise we're at 40 minutes on this video. Wow. Time flies when you're trying to beat up the Spanish, I guess. We'll tidy up next episode. Hopefully you've been enjoying it. Let me know if you have. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.